Children in the care system and abused.
Supposed to protect us.
Shame on them! I was abused, I was a victim. Later on as an adult life, I had children. My children were taken because of these monsters that think that my children are better off with strangers because I'm a risk as their mum because I was abused as a child. I will not stand up and be silent anymore. I will speak and let everybody know that these are vile people who take our children for no reason because we've been victims. But I'm not a victim, I am a survivor.
Right guys, so we've had a few people, I'm just going to tell you what's happened. We've had a few people today that they've stood up and fought for many years, but they've got conditions that they're not allowed to be on social media. One lady was actually bought a train ticket from Scotland to come here today. About an hour and 20 minutes ago, she messaged me saying that she's been informed that if she turns up today, she's not going to have contact with her kids anymore. We know what we're talking about. I'm not going to mention the name because personal stuff I've just said, but I want you to all understand why. This lady was probably one of the best speakers we would have had today. Yeah, she is. So yeah, it breaks me out, and it nearly broke me out a lot when I thought I wasn't going to be able to do this today. So kind of, I stepped up and I told my story. I was going to take it. I was going to backtrack. I was going to retract what happened to me because I was a bit scared. But what happened to her today just made me more empowered because the more and more that we stop back, like COVID-19, each to their own and stuff. I've worked throughout it. I've worked 76 hours a week from the first week it happened. I've been travelling up and down the country doing this, getting all this set up. I've never once worn a mask on a bus. I've never once worn a mask in work. My mate's 36 years old, she died of cancer. This has got nothing to do with it, but it all links in. So my mate's 36, she died of cancer. 3 children weren't even allowed to be with her. They tried to put her down as COVID-19. And we're like, yeah, she died of cancer, so we paid £1,000 and it turned out she just died of cancer. So don't get it twisted, people, don't be scared. It's just another thing they want us to do. They want us to keep fighting, right? They want us to fight against Ella, to fight against the family. We've got unfiltered groups. I mean, what the fuck, guys? Get off your fucking ass, go out, get a job. Stop standing there and judging people. You don't know what's true and what's not true. The power of this is the family. I spoke to Ellie's brother. I asked him for permission. I did this. Anything I ever put out there has only ever been facts. Now some people may come up and they may say, but hang on, here's this. Well, I used to go in black eyes. I used to get knocked the fuck out one day. I'd go and meet my mum for dinner the next day. She wouldn't know. How'd you get the black eye, Charlene? Oh, mum was pissed, I fell over. And that's what happened for 10 years. She's here now. This is my mum. It breaks her heart being here today. She's had to listen to the story for the first proper time. But, so that's what my mum put up with for years. Them just making out I was a bad mum, I was a bad person. They gang affiliated me so I couldn't even get housing by Manchester City Council, which led to them taking my son. So yeah, it all ties in. So this girl's not come today because she literally got a phone call. I think they actually phoned her like about 10 o'clock last night, but 10 o'clock last night on Friday night and told her that she closed today. One, it's COVID, she won't be allowed to go see her family in a contact centre, and 2, she wouldn't have weekend contact with kids. So shame on you, just for that alone, shame on you for that, right?
Shame on you! 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 Shame on you!
And you know what, guys? Up until today we've had a bit of trouble with some people. They obviously knew it was onto a good finger and a good cause, and they tried to infiltrate us. We got booted, but still. So the only reason I'm bringing this up today is because I was going to come here today, as you all know. I was just going to do a voice for Ella, and I said it to somebody. I didn't want to promote anyone else and this and that, 'cause I'm going into a charity. That's not being selfish. That's because I've got a goal. I don't want to be standing on the streets doing this anymore. I want to be the one who's behind helping them personally, involved with the police, involved with solicitors, paying for their legal fees, doing whatever it takes, a non-profit charity. But I've just realised something. You're all fantastic, each and every one, right? So what I'm going to do is try and use my brain, and I'm going to try and remember all of you that are here. If you don't have it, do a little thing and I'll get you out there. So today, I want to say a massive, great big whopping thank you. Come here, you. To this guy here. So fabulous yet. Right, Jimmy he's been doing it longer than me, and it kind of puts me to shame. Jimmy died a few years ago. I don't know much, but what I know what I need to know. Jimmy died a few years ago when he came back to life. He had an epiphany, and he'd never even been involved in anything like this until then. This is a spiritual thing, guys. It shows you. He died, he came back to life, and God told him. I don't believe in God, but his God told him. His God said, Jimmy, your life for one reason only, and it's to stand and make a stand for these people. And he's done it since that day. When you first come on board, there's like a few people. I thought he was here for it. I can tell you one thing now. The guy is probably more pure than me, because I've got a reason for it, as in I've lived it. This guy hasn't, but he's stood here every day, standing, doing what he's doing, spending hours and hours every single day on social media, making videos, promoting, doing whatever it takes, taking shit, being called all sorts of names, and it's all wrong, because he's a fabulous, fabulous man. So can we all around the place for Jimmy? Right, also, I know we've got Alan Merritt here, from Justice from the B20 Survivors. So I'd like to big round of applause for everyone. We've got BOG, we've got all in all here, haven't we? Where are you all?
Come on, Billy!
We've also got Cumbria page on here. We've got Cumbria AG, Cumbria. Yes, there we go. We've also got Angie from Save the Children.
Hey, go on, Angie.
Wake Up UK. We've also got one of the ones that I actually think I want to try to do a little joint with. I want to try and ask if you want to come on board. Their charity is going live today at 3 o'clock. I've kept it under wraps for today at 3 o'clock once this is over. I've spent a lot of money. I've got a website that's been designed. It's all non-profit. I've done it all out of my own pocket. Not asked anyone for a single penny. Everything here today, the t-shirts, everything has come. I don't want no recognition for anything that's happened today. I want recognition for the vile shit that's going on in the world. And if it means that I have to go to work every single day and spend every penny buying my mortgage and putting every penny into this and making sure all this is successful, so be it. I'll die doing it. Yeah, of course you can. Also, I do know I've not just mentioned them. So the people I want to do this with, can you come over here, Kate? Is that alright? Please, Kate. Up until today, I've looked into everyone. I've had to take a step back from you all, because obviously again I'm going into a charity, so I've got to be careful. I can't keep an eye on everyone's commenting, and I can't do that, so I've been safe. But from today, I want to try and join us together. So what are you turn around? We are Children's Lives Matter, Children's Matters News, Enforced Adoption. Basically, if you put a little shirt on the kids, you need to get joining these pages. I'm going to leave these here, but from today, whoever isn't on it, please join our main page, A Voice for Ella. It will be changed to our charity, A Voice to All. Get joining. All these links on every page that of all the guys and events and organisers that are here will be on it. I want to say thank you all very, very much. This is the first of many, at 4 a year at least, we're going to be doing. If anyone needs me, wants to speak out, anyone wants to say anything, they need help, I've got a banging solicitor that's willing, that's being paid for. But if you come to me. You don't need to go to, you don't need no legal aid. You don't need none of that. Come to me. We've got over £22,000 that I've got and I've raised in the last 4 weeks. And that is just for the women or any children, men, women, children. You want to come forward, come and find me on Facebook. My name's Charlene Shaw. But realistically, perfectly would be to go to a bus for her, get me there. I'll be there for each and every one of you with my last dying breath, I promise you that. Goodbye, and I'll teach you all again soon. Take care, thank you. I just want to say a little thing before we go, guys, because it's just a little bit weird, yeah. But I was walking in the sky last night and I looked up and I thought, that looks like a little bit like a Satanist sky, yeah. And I looked up and there was a cherub in the sky. Weird, as clear as day, a little cherub, yeah, and it was clear as day. So I've been asking people all day, what does that mean? Yeah, I think it's the little ones up there that have died because of social services in these courts in here. They're all watching us today, yeah? They're all behind us in spirit, yeah? This is so spiritual because they have killed so many children. This is not bullshit, this is absolutely real. We have mass graves all around. We have warriors who found 318 children, I think, or 68, yeah? 3 of the children's headstones are missing. They're fighting for a campaign to put the kids' headstones on because 3 of them are missing. So that's just one of the homes. We've got homes up and down the country that have got dead bodies in them, and we need to turn them over. We've also got Jeanette, who testified, Jeanette Archer. She's saying that there's a farm in Surrey with thousands of babies' bodies on it. Now, everybody put a letter into Priti Patel, the Home Secretary, and it was to do with John Wedger, so everybody follow John Wedger, yeah? Yeah. Now, we've all put that, they've turned around and refused the farm to be excavated. Now, this is a major thing. This is where children are getting brought in alive and placed on meat hooks alive, being slaughtered, and their organs ripped out before they've been horrifically raped. She's testified, that's her granddad, yeah? She's testified something needs doing, and these courts are stopping it because of this reason. Guess what it is? It's only a Crown estate. The Queen owns it, yeah? Now guess who's taking the profits? 25% to the Queen and 75% to the government. So they damn well know what's going on, and we want answers to this. We want answers. We've been in touch with you, Priti Patel. We've give you everything we're going to give you. We will be turning up on your doorstep soon. Yeah. Because you will not give us an answer, yeah? So for all the children up there that have died because of this is for you as well. This is not just for the victims, Charlene, everyone, Ellie, all the victims. This is for all the children that are dead through this establishment. So, you know, we're here fighting for you.
Hey!
80. Tell you what, let's make some noise first. What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
One time, what do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
Perfect, guys. I'm going to start off by saying 3 years. 3 years it's been since I've seen my little boy and my little girl. I don't know where they are, I don't know if they're dead or alive, but you know what I do know? If we don't stand up now and unite now while we can, my kids and the younger generation are going to end up just like these girls that we're fighting for now. Just like the boys like Bobby and Joseph Blair, just like Alan Merritt. If we do not stand up now and make a point now for our children, this is just going to be a cycle that happens over and over again. Children will just continually be abused, be beaten, be raped and be murdered. Enough is enough. I refuse to let our streets be lined with the blood of our children. We need to stand up, united as one, because the children unite us. What do we want?
Just!
Join up for justice for... A voice for Ellie, sorry. A voice for Ellie.
Voice for Ellie!
Join up with all these groups that are fighting for the children, because we need to unite. All of us, where we go one, we go all. Enough is enough. Our children matter. For all those who think that the abuse of children in the care system has stopped, I'll tell you a bit about my little boy. In February 2020, my little boy came to me with bruises to his neck, his jaw and his upper arms. A grown man pinned my little boy to the floor. That man's still working in the children's home. The government, my local MP, the police won't do nothing.
Scumbags!
We need to stand up now, we need to rise. Because what do I have to wait for? My son to lose his life before someone else wakes up? Do I need to wait for my little boy to be groomed or raped? There's things in all the contact sessions that's making me feel that my little boy is no longer safe in this care system. We need our children out of here. We need to unite now before it's too late. Before this government take another victim.
Psychopaths in power! Psychopaths and sociopaths!
Sorry guys, I know you've got me again.
Pedophiles in
You know you mentioned
power!
before about Jimmy the Hat. Just to show how much of an amazing man Jimmy the Hat is, the day my court orders were signed with my daughter, the last day I had contact with my daughter, last time I had any rights, Jimmy the Hat was stood there united with me hand in hand.
We've actually got a song for Jimmy.
Go on, Jimmy!
Right, before I start, can I just say what some amazing and brave ladies and gentlemen that spoke today. The survivors, I'm not a survivor, I've never been through what they've been through. Alan Merrick, you see him crying, broke his heart, but he still told his story. Do you know why? Because it's not just for himself, it's for the children that it's still happening to this day. Charlene, telling her story, first time, unbelievable. Queenie, thank you very much. Another survivor, stood here in front of all of us, in front of all them cameras, and saying, yes, I've been raped and abused, and I'm telling you, because I want to help other children, I want to stop it from happening to any other child in this country. So I want to thank them three survivors, brave men, brave women. I've never been through it. Can we just give a applause, please? Yeah. To all three, absolutely dynamite. Right, we all know what's going on in Barrowing Furnace, don't we? They cover it up like they did in Manchester.
Telford, Rotherham, Oxford, Sunderland, Oldham, everywhere.
Rochdale.
Ellie Williams has been refused bail once again. So now she's locked up on remand in prison until I believe the 2nd of August 2021. That means by the time she gets to court, the trial, she's done the equivalent of a 3-year sentence. And it's absolutely disgusting. As I say, I don't know what happened on the 22nd of July. We should have all been at Preston Crown Court. I had me lifting, had 2 cars going down to support Ellie Williams. Whatever happened, it happened. But as I say, we should have been there, whether Ellie Williams there or not, to show the authorities that Ellie Williams and all the girls in Barrowing Furnace and the boys have got a lot of support around this country. You all know today, this is a national demonstration. It's not just in Manchester, it's all over the country. England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales. And that's the whole country coming out for Ellie Williams today and justice for the girls, plus the boys. To show the disgust at the authorities, at the police, at the ministers, that they're covering all this up. It's an absolute disgrace. What they're doing when they're putting Ellie Williams away for this amount of time, they're saying to all the other survivors, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, shut your gob. Because if you talk out about what's happening to her, this could happen to you, what is happening to Ellie Williams. You could be locked up in prison, on remand. And it's an absolute disgrace. This is why we're coming out around the country today, to show them survivors, please talk out. Because without you, people like me who have never been through it, will never know anything about it. And that's why, I appreciate Joseph and Bobby Blair, Michael Tanniger, Alan Merritt, you know, speaking out, Ellie Williams, speaking out. It takes a lot of courage, and to stand there and say that I've been raped and abused in front of a lot of people, in front of a lot of cameras. As Billy said there, the police in Barrow and Furness are denying it, that there's any grooming gangs going on in Barrow and Furness. Just like Halifax, Rochdale, Oldham, Rotherham, Telford, who still haven't admitted it, and the latest city, Manchester, this city here, have recently admitted that the grooming gangs are happening in this country and in this town. It's took 15 years for Manchester to admit it. And we had a detective whistleblower, Maggie Oliver, who resigned from the police force and started whistleblowing.
Free Rita!
That's how Rita there, everybody. Anyway, as I say, Barrow and Furness are doing it like the same in Manchester. They've recently put a chief superintendent, Dean Holden, onto the television. And he said, we, the Barrow and Furness police, have done a 12-month investigation, and they can find nothing to corroborate that there's grooming gangs going on in Barrow and Furness.
12-month whitewash going on.
Right, so guys, I went to a meeting last week in Barrow with the Chief Inspector of Barrow Police and Chief Inspector of Cumbria Police, and they told me grooming has been known in that town for the last 10 years. So Oldham has been told by his own police he's going to have to retract that statement.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. Chief Superintendent Dean Holden went on television and said they've done a 12-month investigation. You just see what Billy said. And he said, we found nothing to corroborate there's any grooming gangs going on in Barrow and Furness. And I was just going to say, he's an absolute liar. And you just heard Billy say, they know it's there. I've actually heard a tape of a very important person in Barrow and Furness. I'm not going to name him because he'll never talk about it again. And this bloke was actually admitting on this tape that he knows and believes it's really going on in Barrow and Furness. And it definitely is. You just said what Billy Howard just said there from PAG UK. It's true. They're doing exactly the same as Manchester did, as Rochdale did, as Rotherham did. Manchester denied it. Operation Augustus went ahead in Manchester. They found nearly 100 men and up to 57 survivors, victims. And what did they do? They just closed Operation Augustus down. So for 15 years, the grooming gangs got the green light to carry on. And carry on they will do. And I'll tell you why. These young girls and these young boys, to these groomers, they're not human beings. They're pieces of meat. They are money. And that's why they have nice watches, and nice cars, and nice houses, and nice businesses, and nice holidays. They're making around, I would say, a minimum £600 per week off each child. And it ruins their life, and then them kids grow up, and they have children. But the mothers and the fathers, they're usually completely knackered on drugs and alcohol, and who can blame them? I want to read you a snippet of an official letter that went to one of the survivors in Barrow and Furness. It's not to Ellie Williams, it's another one. I know her name. If you want to know it, I'll tell you after. And this letter, this is what it said. We have now assessed your case in more detail, and based on the evidence we received, I've decided there's conclusive grounds to accept you are a victim of modern slavery. This girl is a victim of modern slavery in 2020 in Barrow and Furness, and that's all around the country. These people have looked at evidence, and what they've seen, this girl is a victim of modern slavery in 2020. That's what's going on in this country. And then he goes on, but this is their decision. We have found the following types occurred: child exploitation and forced criminality. They believe this girl was forced to do criminality, which means if she's got a criminal record, it should be all scrubbed. If she's got any criminal things on her now going to court, it should be scrubbed because she's been forced to do it. And that's going around, so all the girls around the country, they're forced into doing things. Because we've seen Ellie Williams' body. They beat her up to a pulp. They've taken nearly to death. Ellie Williams cut. This is a young girl, 19 years old, and she's got up and lifting her shirt up and showing her breast to the world. Look at me breast, smashed up. For her to do that took some doing, but that's how much she's had enough of it.
Feet mark on her back.
We all know of Charlene Downs, 14 years old, Blackpool. I've got a face here, a photograph on me here. Charlene Downs. On this photo, she's 13 years old. This girl, within a year of this photo being taken, dead. And the body's never been found to this day. We're in Manchester. Look at me back. I told you Manchester to admit it. Took them 15 years. On the back of me, Victoria Gola. Manchester, 15 years old. This young girl told the social workers, I'm being raped. I'm being sold like a piece of meat. And they're forcibly injecting me. And they did nothing. And as these men do, show them love. So I believe this young Victoria Gola in Manchester, 15 years of age, she told the groomers, please don't let me keep doing this. If you want me to stop it. What did they do? I believe they increased the dosage of the heroin. A few weeks after she told the social workers and they did nothing, Victoria Gola from Manchester, age 15, and the picture's on me back, also dead. That's Charlene Downs and Victoria Gola, both dead. 100% given drugs, given alcohol, 100% groomed. Victoria Gola, and there's nothing racist in this, Victoria Gola, 100% Muslim grooming gangs. But look at me back, Joseph and Bobby Blair, two very brave men whistleblowers, raped and abused, nothing to do with Muslim grooming gangs. That's to do with my church. People who believe in Jesus flaming Christ, raping and abusing the boys in the children's homes. And thank you, Joseph and Bobby Blair, for blowing the whistle, mate. But I don't just shout on the Muslim grooming gangs. I'll shout on the people in my church who believe in Jesus Christ when you're touching children. I don't care if they're white, the black or the Asian. I don't care if they're Muslim, the Christian, the Hindu or Sikh. If you're touching the children in this country, we're going to house you and we want you locked up in prison.
Yes! Oh, give me the heart. Oh, give me the heart. Oh, give me the heart.
And that's why we have to keep showing what's going on in Barrow and Furnace. Because if we don't, it'll just carry on and carry on. I know the police are going at me, as Billy has said, and it's great news. But the thing is, I hope we get that Chief Superintendent Dean Owen to go on the TV again and say, listen, a few weeks ago I said we found nothing to corroborate any grooming gangs in Barrow. I made a mistake. We won't argue with that. You made a mistake. And there is. And do us a favour. Go to the CPS and say to him, release Ellie Williams on bail until August 2021. Don't leave her in prison till August 2021. Doing your country a 3-year prison sentence. As all this dude girl did was blow the whistle on what's going on. We all seen Ellie Williams' body, haven't we? We've seen the pictures. She was absolutely smashed. And it's not just happening to Ellie Williams. It's happened to the other girls and the other boys. As I said, they get threats. Ellie Williams, she stayed away from him for a few weeks. The corona helped. And anyway, eventually they got her out, they got her to an house, she slept with 3 Asian men. But then they decided to tell her that she's in debt to them. And they beat the shit out of her. Nearly killed her. I don't even know if she could survive a beating like that. I could not. And I don't think many people could. And that's why she's whistleblown. That's why in May she went onto Facebook, took the pictures, a young girl, 19, don't forget, lifted up a jumper and showing her breasts to the world. That she's smashed, her fingers cut, her legs, her back, her backside. But she's showing it because she'd had enough. She didn't want it to happen to her anymore, and she didn't want it to happen to any more children. So she blew the whistle. And this is what LVP paid her. And the very next day, sticking her in prison on remand. It's disgusting. I don't know what her head could be like. She blew the whistle, next thing you know, she's locked up in jail. And right now, she's thinking, I'm not coming out of prison till the end of 2021. If the police and the social services did their job what they get paid for, the taxpayers' money, we the public would not have to come out on the streets getting buses and coaches and car lifts to come onto the street and protest like we are. But we know they're lying, and that's why we've done it. Because we've got to think, that could be our daughter or our son, that could be our granddaughter or our son. And we want them to admit it and do something.